There's a single lamp burning in this quiet room, shadows resting gently against the afternoon. I lean back, hands folded, no urgency to speak. I've stopped confusing silence with being weak. If you don't recognize me, that's alright. My value doesn't depend on your side. In this low light certainty, I remain the same. No louder for attention, no smaller for a name. I don't chase approval or bargain for respect. I carry in a balance that nobody can collect. The world can't keep its chaos, its endless need to show. I've walked beyond that current and learned to move slow. When you're at peace within, you don't perform control. You simply hold your posture and let the moment roll. I've sat with disappointment and didn't fall apart. That's how quiet confidence settles in the heart. Low light certainty, steady and refined. A solitary figure at peace inside his mind. No proving, no pressure, no applause required. Just dignity and silence and a soul unwired. Soft glow. Slow groove. Enough. You know, in my blood, no hunger for the crown. I don't chase what's running. I don't hunt what's loud. I move when it feels right. I stop when I choose. A man who knows his value. And I've seen ambition break back, trying to be first in line. But peace ain't found in racing, it's found in taking time. I don't scroll for validation, don't fish for compliments. I've grown past that addiction of needing relevance. Some men feel the quiet like it's something to escape. Silence is a mirror look away, I sat with my reflection long enough to know I don't need another man to tell me how to grow. Let the restless keep on running, let them chase the flame. I built my life in patience, not in fame. There's no rush in my blood, just a rhythm deep and slow, and that steady kind of present that don't need a show. No hurry, no noise, no hurry, no painting even play, and I don't mind the pace. I've stopped chasing validates in every crowded space. I don't raise my volume to command respect. I've learned true confidence needs no effect. No urgency in my steps, no tension in my tone. I move when it is time, not when I'm overthrown. No well-tied tie, a measured pause, a calm reply I've seen before. Men who think dominance equals being heard, but wisdom often speaks in the fewest words. I don't explain my standards, I don't debate my ground. If you misunderstand me, I won't chase you down. The world is loud enough without my contribution. My peace is not for sale or public distribution. I've made mistakes quietly and fixed them the same. Growth don't need applause or a viral name. No urgency in my breath, no panic in my view. Secure in solitude, there's nothing left to prove. Oh, slow sip, soft drum, slow, slow drum. Slow sip, soft drum. take measured steps across this floor. Not heavy, not too light. I've learned the weight of presence in the middle of the night. You don't need to dominate to occupy the space. Sometimes it's just composure written on your face. They can feel it even when I don't speak. Calm conviction ain't weakness, ain't me. Measured step, steady breath. I don't perform for the room. I don't decorate my confidence with ego or perfume. If I stand alone, that's fine with me. Independence is dignity. Men raise their volume when insecurity appears, projecting all their doubt through noise nobody hears. But I don't react to tremors, but that don't shake my core. I've anchored deep inside myself, don't drift anymore. I've lost, I've failed, I've learned, I've faced my darker side. And that's the reason I don't flinch when others try to test my pride. Measured steps, steady mind, no rush to be defined. If you understand the language of a man at ease, you'll recognize it in me. Still ground, slow ground, groove, still groove, slow groove. I stopped chasing better versions for people I don't know. Stop shrinking who I am just to make someone feel tall. There's dignity in presence and not demanding space, and knowing when to speak and when to walk away. I don't need to dominate to know I'm strong. I don't need to win a war to know I belong. I'm enough as I am. no smaller than my roots. I don't compete for oxygen,
or beg to be shed,
or beg to be seen,
or beg to be seen.
I breathe in who I am, and let that be enough for me. There's a calm and self-acceptance that no applause can buy. It's sitting with your own reflection and not looking away this time. I've made mistakes, I've owned them, I've fallen, I stood tall, and none of that requires an audience at all. If you respect me, thank you. If you don't, that's fine. My value isn't fragile, it's not on your timeline. I'm enough as I am,
Not perfect,
not perfect,
pretending,
just grounded,
just grounded.
my searching,
Not searching,
not searching,
not searching.
not searching, nor defending, no proving, no pressure, just presence. I've learned the art of holding back when lesser men would flare. Restraint is not submission, is knowing when to care. You won't find me posturing or raising empty claims. My record's written quietly, without the need for fame. Composure over conflict, patience over pride. Strength is often measured by what you let slide. This is powerless restraint, refined through time. No need to dominate to feel divine. I stand in subtle power, not eager to display. I don't have to win to walk away. I've seen egos fracture under shallow praise, men addicted to the mirror, lost inside the gaze. But I've faced my reflection without disguise. That's where a gentleman earns his quiet right. You can test my patience, you can test my name, but I won't lose myself just to play your game. Polished restraint, polished restraint. That's how I move, how I move. I don't seek attention, I'll seek attention. I simply approve, I simply of the man I see in the midnight glass. And that is enough to let the moment pass. No ripple deep water. I used to iron every word before I let it out, trying to sound impressive, trying to kill my doubt. But wisdom doesn't shout, and death don't beg to shine. It's a man who's settled in, who doesn't chase the line. I'm comfortable in my skin, no extra shine, no disguise. I don't compete for oxygen under these midnight skies. I stopped shrinking for attention, stopped growing just to please. There's power in neutrality, in standing at your ease. Not every challenge needs a fight, not every comment needs reply. Strength is sometimes letting go, letting silence testify. I've learned the art of leaning back, of letting moments breathe, of not confusing self-respect with the need to lead. Some battles aren't worth winning, some praise ain't worth the cost. I'd rather stay sinning than be admired and lost. I don't need admiration to validate my name. I carry my own gravity without demanding fame. I'm comfortable in my skin, composed, steady tone. If you don't see the value that's yours, mine's already known. Ooh, 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 ooh. Easy posture, clear mind. I remember when I thought being loud meant being strong, when I'd argue just to argue, even when I know I'm wrong. Time has a way of sanding edges, smoothing out the barrage, teaching you the loud as a man is often empty inside. I was built in silence, brick by quiet brick. No need for validation, no need for trade. stop explaining who I am to people passing through. If they can't read calm confidence, that ain't my work to do. There's freedom in detachment, in letting others speak, while you just lean back steady, comfortable, complete. I don't envy flashy lights or names that trend for days. I've seen how fast attention fades, like cheap cologne it strays. What lasts is what you carry when nobody's around. The man you are in solitude, that's solid ground. I've got scars I never show, lessons I don't preach, strength ain't in display. It's in what you don't need to teach. I was built in silence, tempered slow by time. I don't need a witness to know this life is mine.
I know a steady hand, I don't rush the line. Man don't need to shout when he's sure inside. No mirrors on my wall, no scoreboard in my mind. I walk my own direction every time. Used to think I had to win every single step. Like silence, man, I'm losing. Like calm, and I don't care. But strength ain't in reaction, it's in what you let pass. It's choosing not to answer every challenge thrown too fast. I watch egos fill the room like smoke that burns the air. Men who talk about respect but never show it there. I don't wrestle for attention, don't measure who's above. If I know my weight in gold, I don't need to show. Let the neon flicker, let the noise compete. I'll sit back in a corner with both my feet flat on solid ground, heart slow, breathing deep. The kind of calm that doesn't sleep. Not looking left door right. Peace is power in disguise, and no rush, no rain. There's a quiet room I favor, where the curtains stay half drawn. No cameras, no spectators, no need to perform. Just the hum of distant traffic and a record spinning low. I sit back in the leather chair and let the evening flow. I don't need a witness to validate my stand. If I respect myself, that's enough for any man. In a room without applause, I remain the same. No louder for attention, no smaller for acclaim. Dignity is internal, it doesn't need a crowd. A gentleman in silence is already proud. I've stepped away from contests that never made me grow, left behind the proving ground of who could steal the show. Because value isn't volume, and worth ain't on display. It's in the quiet certainty that doesn't fade away. If tomorrow takes my title, strips my outer shine, I'd still wake up composed, because my worth is mine. In a room without applause, I sit at perfect ease, not chasing admiration, not bending at the knee. No proving, no pressure, no hunger left to feed. Just a well-dressed man in silence, and that is all I need. Dim lights, slow groove, complete. There was a time I'd step outside, ready for a fight. Every glance felt like a test, every word a slight. But now I see how small that was, how fragile that demand, to feel respected by the world instead of by my own hand. Let them question, let them doubt. I don't need to sort I stand unmoved by noise and show. I know my worth, and that's enough to know. No competition, no proving ground. The strongest man don't make a I've learned to let opinions fade like headlights in the rain. Some people chase identity through status and through fame, but peace is in the posture of a man who understands. He don't owe explanation for where he stands. You can keep your spotlight, you can keep your crown. I don't measure my reflection by who's around. I stand unmoved, not cold, not proud, just steady as a midnight cloud. Still water, still water, still water, deep ground. Still water, still water, still water, deep ground.
There's a hum in my chest, like a steady train, not racing toward approval, not escaping pain. I made peace with past mistakes, sat with them alone. That's how inner balance turns into backbone. You can test my patience, you can question tone, but I won't lose direction trying to be known. I am centered, not cold, not proud, just steady in the quiet where there is no crowd. I don't need validation to sleep at night. My worth don't flicker with outside light. I've seen how fragile egos break beneath a stare, how quickly borrowed confidence disappears in air. But self-acceptance lingers even when alone. It doesn't beg for winning, it feels like home. When you stop demanding to be understood, you find a deeper clarity of what is good. I am centered, even when unseen, calm in my reflection, comfortable in between. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in.
breathe out.
There's a low light hanging over this bar, soft as a Sunday rain. I sit back, jacket on the chair, let the night say my name. I don't lead into conversation just to feel alive. I've made peace with empty space. I don't need the crowd to thrive. They talk in circles about who they're trying to be. I stopped trying years ago, and that set me free. I wear my silence like velvet, smooth against my skin. No sharp edges, no performance, no need to try and win. I'm steady in my breathing, let the room spin if it must. Confidence is quiet, and quiet is enough. Used to measure every glance like it meant something more. Now I let it pass me by, like footsteps by the door. Respect that's forced is fragile, approval fades too fast. I'd rather build my value on something built to last. You can keep your loud opinions, you can keep your stage. I found something stronger with age. It's the calm that doesn't flinch when the ego starts to rise. It's knowing who you are without needing their eyes. I wear my silence like velvet, soft but strong and true. I don't need to be the loudest to know my worth is real and through. Dim lights, slow breath, there's three gone. Everything else packed up and left, didn't say goodbye. Dreams folded like worn out shirts, reason learned to die. The floor was cold, the room was bare, but something stayed with me. Where you're standing through the ruin, like it wasn't the end of me. I didn't chase or walk away, didn't kneel or curse the loss. When you've given all you had, you don't argue with the cost. They can keep the noise and echoes, keep the stories they tell,
empathy, just a man and what he chose to be. Dignity was the only thing left, and I held it quietly. There's a peace that comes from knowing you didn't sell your name, that you didn't trade your spine away just to escape the pain. I don't call it winning, I don't call it pride. It's just the way I survive. No crown, no throne, just flesh and bone. Dignity was the only thing left, and it was enough. Still dark, back still straight. End of story. Still wait. Questions lined up in my head like they deserve a song. But I found no answer loud enough, making one at all. The room waited patiently for me to fall apart. But I stayed arranged, even with a broken heart. I've seen men drown in explanations, bleed themselves dry in blame. I chose a different ending. I chose not to name. What took everything from me didn't earn my voice. Stillness was my answer, and it felt like choice. Stillness was my answer. I sat straight in the aftermath, let the echo fade. Didn't chase a future, didn't curse the past. It's something solid and restrained, and letting moments pass, and knowing when to speak and when silence lasts. If dignity is all that's left, then I'll wear it clean. Like a suit with no occasion, but it still fits me. Stillness was my answer. Stillness was my answer. Stillness was my answer. Oh, yeah. Stillness was my answer. Nothing said, everything understood. I stand where shadows linger, shoulders back, calm in hand. No words escape, no explanations planned. The crowd may stir, their questions fill the air. But my gaze is steady, unshaken, aware. Eyes straight ahead, no need to reply. I hold my dignity and let the world pass by. Eyes straight ahead, no justification given. I am whole, unmoved, driven. Every whisper I hear, every insinuation made, doesn't touch the calm I carefully parade. The gentleman knows some things need no proof. Silence carries authority. In every subtle move I straight ahead, no word, no plea. Every thought contained and the quiet is free. Eyes straight ahead, composed, restrained. No explanation needed, no honor stained. Discretion is power, restraint is art. I keep my distance and my heart.
Eyes straight ahead. The silence speaks louder, and the gentleman stands steady, prouder.
I didn't come here to be understood. I didn't bring reasons in my coat. The room is small, the light is low. My shadow knows me better than you. You keep asking why I stayed, why I chose the quiet side. But some roads don't leave footprints, some men don't testify. I've seen what words can ruin. I've watched explanations bleed. So I folded mine into silence and let it be. I stand still while the world leans forward, waiting for its fate. I stand still, no defense, no confession. Silence is the only shape that fits my fate. I paid my dues in an empty room, but nights I never asked my name. I learned early how noise lies and calm survives the flame. They say a man should tell his story, lay his heart out on the floor. Some truths right when spoken, so I don't open that door. I stand still, let the air do the talking, let the clock explain the cause. I stand still, if you need a reason, you're already lost. I'm not cold, I'm contained. There's a difference you won't learn today. I don't know, I don't beg, I don't trade peace for being safe. Patience runs out before mine. That's how I know I'll be fine. Men like me outlast questions by never drawing a line. So wait if you want, I won't move dark understands me better than you. I move through the night unseen. Every gesture calculated, keen. No one knows the thoughts I hold. No one sees the story told. They wait for words to escape, expect confession, expect shape. But my intentions stay concealed. My code, my only shield. Shadow intent, every motion deliberate. I give nothing, I let silence dictate. Shadowed intent, eyes steady, hands composed, no explanation needed. The gentleman isn't close. The world may push, may pry, try to uncover what I deny. But restrained is my power, and quiet is my tower. I've walked this path before, learned that words are never more than shadows fleeting on the wall. Silence stands and I stand tall. Shadowed intent, no whisper reaches me. I remain refined inside, calm as the sea. Shadowed intent, the night observes my pace. Every breath, every pause is honor in this space. To explain is to weaken, to justify is to bend. I keep my thoughts inward on until the very end. The bass hums low, the guitar sighs slow. I carry my own code and no one will know. Shadowed intent, the darkness understands. I walk my path alone and hold the night in my hand.
Over somewhere in the dark, probably waiting for cue. But it felt too early, and a little untrue. And some nights, oh, sounds like pressure, like a promise you can't keep. I chose honesty instead, and stayed where I was seated. Despair tried harder than hope, wanted noise, wanted proof. I ignored it the same way I ignored a bad truth. I didn't lean toward either side, didn't choose despair or lie. Stayed exactly in the middle and survived the night. I didn't reach for hope, I reached for control. There's dignity in neutrality when everything is gone, and not pretending tomorrow will fix what's wrong. I trust in my ability to last without disguise, to keep my head level and my eyes dry. Who can come back later when it's done? Tonight I stayed honest and gave I turn the page, then fold it. No more stories to narrate. Every conversation over, I do not negotiate. The walls press closer, but I remain apart. I close the chapter and lock my heart. Close chapter, no explanation survives. I sit detached and let the silence thrive. Close chapter, I claim the night. No words follow, no one sees the light. They seek context, demand reason. I have no obligation. I only want my peace, my quiet celebration. Every word I keep hidden, every thought protected. This is my boundary, my self-respect perfected. Closed chapter, the past is gone. I speak in absence, I carry on. Closed chapter, no more to tell. I choose the quiet and dwell well, and dwells in silence is strength, turning inward is might. I will not explain, I got my right. They judge, they speculate, but I remain intact. No conversation touches me, no word distracts. Closed chapter, the doors are shut, I hold my quiet and nothing interrupts. Closed chapter, I claim the night. No words follow, no one sees the light. Walk alone through empty halls, shadows stretch along the walls. The voices linger faint and thin, but I have no room for them within. Each step deliberate, slow, every breath measured low. The world expects a reason, I offer none, season to season. The last door, I close it quietly. No word, no gesture, no need for them to see. The last door, every echo dies. I keep my own counsel, I hold my own skies. They try to pull me into the light, expect me to explain, to fight. But I turn inward, fold my hands, let the silence take its stand. Every question, every plea falls softly, harmlessly.
I've learned that some truths are safer kept aloof from use. The last door, I do not respond. The room spins unrelenting, but I am beyond. The last door, no answer required. Every motion, every pause, by my own law inspired. I do not bend, I do not sway. I carry the night within my sway. No justification, no trace, only quiet, my final grace. The guitar hums low in sparse. Bass lingers like a ghostly heart. I watch the world in muted frames while I protect my unspoken claims. Every shadow knows my name. Every flicker respects the game. I need no audience, no proof, just my own eternal roof. The last door, every key thrown away. The silence is mine, the night obeys my sway. The last door, no voice can reach. Every heartbeat, every step speaks only to me. The last door clicks softly closed. I carry my own shadow and nothing intrudes. The last door, I am both quiet and full, a man unbent, unbroken, and entirely entirely whole. Lights burn low for hours now. Shadows know my name. I don't flinch when they crawl the walls. They got nothing left to tell. My reflection don't ask questions. It already knows the score. I've been stripped down to essential. Nothing extra anymore. Sat down beside me once, tried to make me speak. fell straight through his hunger, kept my posture neat. There's power in a quiet gaze, when everything is torn. When the eyes stay calm, long after hope is gone. Eyes calm in the dark, chest still, heart slow. I don't need to show the world what it already knows. I lost the map, I lost the spark, but I didn't lose my mind. Eyes calm in the dark, eyes calm in the dark. Say back if I ever met the past. Some doors close for good reason, some lessons hit too fast. I learned how to sit with nothing and not ask for more. That's the kind of wealth they don't teach anymore. No revenge, no regret, just breathe, not dead yet. Eyes calm in the dark. I stayed who I am. Eyes calm in the dark. I stayed who I am. I can't wait. I'm fine, yeah. I can't wait. I'm fine, yeah. The room awaits an answer, but none will come. Every question is a shadow, every word undone. I move with elegance, every step precise. The gentleman knows some things are beyond advice. No words necessary. Silence is my reply. Every glance, every posture speaks without a lie. No words necessary. I remain composed. Every action measured, every pause enclosed. They might think I falter, or that I am cold, but restraint is strength, and quiet gold. I hold my own counsel. I bend to no demand. Every gesture, every glance is carefully planned. No words necessary. Every breath, every sigh is an answer without a why. No words necessary. The night observes my poise. I do not explain. I let the stillness voice. To explain is vulgar, to justify is weak. The gentleman needs no words. Silence is his technique. The bass flows under dim lights. The guitar hums low and long. I carry my own story, and I need no song. No words necessary. The calm remains. Every glance is enough. Every quiet sustains.
My hand's been open for so long, they forgot the shape of holding whatever weight they used to carry. Learned how to disappear quietly. No sound when it slipped away. No warning sign, no trace. Just there was something that mattered, and time moving at its own pace. I keep looking down at my palms, like they might remember first what it felt like to be needed before everything reversed. The room watches me do nothing, like it understands the rule.
noise becomes a tool. Nothing left in my hand, but I'm still sitting here. Nothing left to claim or save. Still breathing, still clear. Lost more than objects and names. Lost reasons, lost sound. Lost a version of myself. The thought things stick around, but there's something in the way I sit. Back straight, shoulders low, like my body knows the truth. My mind don't need to know. Some men fill empty hands with noise, with anger, with regret. I let mine stay exactly how they are, empty, but steady yet. Nothing left in my hand, still here. Nothing left in my hand, still here. I have nothing left to defend, no story to amend. Every word I could offer would dilute my end. I sit detached, let them guess, their assumptions fall. I feel no stress, the judgment lands like falling rain. I remain untouched outside the chain. Unspoken respect, my silence speaks for me. No words are needed, no plea, no decree. Unspoken respect, I got my ground. The quiet is my kingdom, when no noise resound. They ask why withdraw, why don't engage or explain. I smile inwardly and close the page. No obligation, no demand. I choose the dark, I make my stand. My calm is deliberate, my boundaries intimate. Unspoken respect, the air carries my will. survive the night. No plea touches me, no explanation move. I'm holding my quiet, and the world proves unspoken respect. The silence holds me steady, and the night becomes mine entirely.
I lift my hands, then let them fall. No more answers, no more calls. The air hangs heavy with questions I won't meet. They try to pull me out, force conversation like change. But I step back and let the stillness reign. Final pause, the silence owns me now. No words will cross these lips, I don't explain how. Final pause, respect is measured here. Distance I keep, in the calm I steer. Every sentence is a trap, every reasoning a loss. I learned early to guard what I cannot toss. No justification passes these doors, no pleading echoes through. I choose detachment and the strength it imbues. Final pause, I fold into myself. No story, no confession, no one else. Final pause, the air is mine to keep. I let the world speak while I sleep. The silence is a boundary, silence is a claim. I don't explain, I protect my name. The room moves on, voices fade and bend. I sit contained until the end. Final pause, and I remain. Final pause, and I remain. Words came out without a song. Didn't I, didn't we? Sat down like it belonged there. like it knew it was late. I love Daddy the way you do. When the verdict's read, no questions left worth asking. Nothing left to be said. Then now you were the dead. Didn't treat my case. Some things don't need defending. Some tales don't leave a trace. I accepted what it took from me. The way men do. When fighting back rendezvous. Have nothing left to lose. I didn't argue with law. There's a calm that comes from somewhere, not the weak kind, not the loud. The kind where you stand alone, you still feel proud. I check my pulse, my posture. Everything's still aligned. They can take what I built. Now I hold my spine. Lost left when it was finished. Didn't even say goodbye. I stayed sitting where it found me, and liquor more than dive in it all. You is lost. I'm nested. Breathing snow. That's the home. The streets are empty, yet full of sound. Echoes alive that rush around. I take each step with quiet intent, a man of action, but heaven sent. Windows glow with lives I don't know. I'm moving shadows, completely alone. Every glance measured, every breath mine. I navigate night with a design. Lone steps, a path unknown. I move in silence, I move alone. The city sleeps, but I remain a shadow walking in the midnight rain. Guitar cries softly, bass runs low. Drums are subtle, steady, slow. Every moment calculated, every choice precise. I live my life without rolling dice. Through alleys dark, past neon lights, I carve my way in the cloak of night. No one to follow, no one to see. The life I lead in secrecy. Lone steps, a path unknown. I move in silence, I move alone. The city sleeps, but I remain a shadow walking in the midnight rain. When morning breaks, I disappear. Man in motion, no one near.
Enter softly, the bar smells of smoke and polished wood. Lights dim, guitar hums as I take a seat. The warmth of amber whiskey cradled in my hand. Time slows, allowing contemplation to settle. Segments, or every internal storm handled quietly. No display, no audience, only measured action. Brush drums like rain tapping, bass like a heartbeat under my deliberate calm. Segment, candlelight reflects on my face in glass. Faces drift past, laughter rises and falls. I observe, measuring subtleties, reading life's currents without interruption. Segments, I navigate struggles in private. Decisions carved with steady precision. A gentleman defined by discretion, moving through the night with quiet intensity. left, no sound made. Only the weight of a silent presence remains.
I pass the cafes where laughter dies. I hear their stories, their hidden lies. The city hums, but I am still a man observing, bending will. Each street a river, a fleeting light. I walk along, my purpose drives. I feel the pulse beneath neon haze. Every secret, every gaze. I do not speak, yet I understand the hidden wars no one commands. I move through chaos, calm, contained. A silent mind, a quiet flame. Between the lines, I make my mark. A lone man wandering through the dark. No eyes on me, no one to see. The quiet life I live silently. Reflect the ghosts I meet. I linger in shadows, soft and discreet. Every choice weighed, every step precise. Life unfolds like a roll of dice. I know the world will never know the silent power of the man below. I am the observer, the night my stage. Every step a story, every thought a page. Between the lines, I make my mark. A lone man wandering through the dark. No eyes on me, no one to see. The quiet life I live silently. sleeps in, the city awakes. I fade into nothing as silence takes.
The city hums a distant song. I walk where the forgotten belong. Street lamps glow like memories lost. Every shadow tells a story, every corner the cause. I move through life like a whispered prayer. No one notices, no one cares. I feel the weight of silent storms. I navigate life in unconventional forms. Echoes of the night follow me close. A quiet existence, the world I chose. I act in silence, I speak in deeds. I am the shadow that no one heeds, that no one bass is low, the guitar is warm. Subtle drums guide me through the storm. Every step intentional, measured, precise. I roll the dice quietly, no need for advice. Footprints in unseen sand. I'm a gentleman, not a man in demand. I move with grace, I move with might. A quiet soul in the endless night. Echoes in the night follow me close. Follow me close. Acquire existence, the world I chose. I act in silence, I speak in deeds. I am the shadow that no one hates. The night holds me, the streets my kin. I move in silence, and I always win.
Hushed whispers echo, alleyways alive. every secret hidden, every soul survives. I walk alone, yet the city knows my name. A gentleman in silence, playing a silent game. Promises and lies, dancing in the night. Every shadow a memory, every candlelight. Make you feel like a gangster, calm and supreme. Silent confidence running deep in my bloodstream. Whiskey in my veins, ambition in my heart. Through the alleyway confessions, I master every part. The rain glistens softly on worn cobblestones. I face betrayal, I face the unknown. But in quiet reflection, I find my way. A gentleman's power grows stronger every day. Saxophone mourns, piano whispers true. Each note a reflection of a lost youth. I move through the darkness, every step precise. In the city's secrets, I pay the price. Make you feel like a gangster, calm and supreme. Silent confidence running deep in my bloodstream. Whiskey in my veins, ambition in my heart. Through the alleyway confessions, I master every part. Night fades slowly, but my shadow remains. A gentleman in silence, the city knows my chains. Power lies in quiet, elegance in disguise. Through alleyway confessions, the gangster never dies.
Candle flickers, this flame dancing with my thoughts. I've drawn a long breath, feel the smoke all around the air. Faces drift past, laughter like echoes in a hollow hall. I sit unmoving, letting the warmth of guitar hum wash over me. choice I've made tonight, and everyone before, waves softly in the dim light, like ash falling into a glass. Brush drums whisper secrets, steady and discreet. I let the world rush by, I remain deliberate still. I notice the bartender polishing glasses, the quiet cling. I notice the shadows stretching across the floor. And I know no one sees the weight I carry. A gentleman in thought, moving without sound. Take another sip, let the warmth settle. My eyes trace the candle's reflection in the dark. The night is a mine, a companion to my reflections. I leave no trace, yet everything is marked inside. Music swells gently, carrying my calm intensity. Every note aligns with a heartbeat I dare not show. And when the hour passes, I rise discreet. A quiet man leaving the room.
He carried himself like a decision already made and lived. No hesitation in his vision, no need to forgive. The bar reflected him in parts. Glass never shows the whole. He'd stitched himself from broken stars into control. Some men confuse silence with fear. He knew the cost. He'd paid attention year by year and lost enough illusions to stand still without collapsing. Stillness is a practice skill worth mastering. A couple laughed 2 stools away. He smiled, not bitter. Joy isn't loud when it's real, they say. It's quieter. He
Folded pain the way you fold a jacket clean, not hiding it, just keeping hold of what it means. He didn't speak. He arrived when he stood. The room adjusted without a sound. Presence doesn't need to be trusted, it's found. The door closed gentle behind his back. No need to rush, a man like that doesn't crack. He hushes. He carried it himself, and that was enough.
Footsteps soft against the cold pavement. Every night carries a quiet statement. I watch, I wait, I never speak. A silent figure in the city's mystique. Streetlights flicker, casting smoky halos. Life rushes past like a fleeting shadow. I move with purpose, never in haste. Every choice considered, nothing weighs. Shadows whisper low, secrets in my stride. I move unseen, with nothing to hide. No eyes follow, no one to see. The quiet rhythm that lives in me. Guitar hums warm, bass holds me steady. Drums like a pulse, calm and ready. I navigate life with hands in control. A man of silence, a measured soul. Every street a canvas, every corner a frame. I leave no mark, yet I play the game. The night is mine, the city my stage. A quiet dancer, unseen sage. Shadows whisper low, secrets in my stride. I move unseen, with nothing to hide. No eyes follow, no one to see. The quiet rhythm that lives in me. I fade into the night's embrace, a gentleman's journey, quiet grace. empty streets, the city of sleep. Every corner holds secrets I keep. For everything, the lights are low. I move like a shadow, steady and slow. Windows glow with lives I don't touch. I pass on rolling stick, doesn't take much. Every glance I steal, every whispered sign, I leave no trace on the silent ground. Veil of night, my silent guide. I move through darkness, nowhere to hide. No one sees, no one knows. I walk in silence with a mystery flow. Bass drum steady, the guitar cries, drums whisper light in that night sky. I measure each step, I weigh each breath, a quiet life between life and death. I'm a call when the city roars, a man unseen, but I'm closed doors. The night is mine, the streets my stage, a quiet presence, a subtle sage. Very night, my silent guide. I move through darkness, nowhere to hide. No one sees, no one knows. I walk in silence where mystery flows. The dawn may come, the shadows do fade, but I remain a man unafraid. The alley hums softly, secrets floating in the mist. Every whisper tells a story I can't resist. The gentleman walks lightly, steps hidden from sight. Every shadow bends to my power tonight. Cigarette smoke curls, piano drifts low.
Every glance I give reveals the city I know. Silent moves calculated with care. Every decision is a victory I wear. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, elegant and sly. Silent dominance, ambition in my eye. Through whispers in the alley, shadows obey. A gentleman of night rules the quiet way. Saxophone softly, drums keep the beat. Every alley, every corner yields to my feet. I've seen loyalty crumble, betrayal in the air. Yet through silent strategy I always fare. Rain glistens on bricks, reflections in the glow. I move like a shadow, power hidden below. A gentleman in darkness, strength, quiet and refined. Every whispered secret shapes the path I find. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, elegant and sly. Silent dominance, ambition in my eye. Through whispers in the alley, shadows obey. A gentleman of night rules the quiet way. The night fades slowly, neon dims in the rain. Yet the gangster in silence continues to reign. Every street, every shadow honors his name. Through whispers in the alley, the gentleman claims.
Cold hands in my pockets deep, warm thoughts I'll never share, promises I didn't keep, still taught me how to care. I don't react, I calculate, I don't beg, I choose. Some men wait for fate, I teach fate how to move. No anger in my chest, just focus in my eyes. I learned how to rest without ever asking why. Cold hands, clear decision, no drama, no delay. I don't deal in broken visions, I just step intentional, every turn control. I don't need to be memorable, I just need to be whole. City breeze and broken beats, drums of distant chords. I've learned which pain repeats and which pain leaves scars. I don't drown in yesterday, I don't borrow from tomorrow. I just walk another way, carrying my sorrow. Cold hands, clear decisions. I don't second guess. I don't live for permission, remission. I live with less. No speeches, no display, no crowd to impress. I don't need a brighter day, I just need progress. Stillness is a weapon if you learn how to hold it. Silence is a lesson if you don't oversell it. I don't freeze, I don't fold, I adapt and remain. I've survived the cold, now I use the pain. Fades behind my back, another block complete. I don't fear what I lack, I just trust my feet. Cold hands, clear decisions. That's how I stay alive, No false ambition, no need to arrive. If they ask what I became, I won't answer or pretend, I just walk my lane until the end. Cold night, steady heart. Cold night, steady heart.
Smoke drifts lazily, catching the candlelight. Warm guitar notes float, bass hums beneath the night is calm. You're charged with thought, brush drums whisper a rhythm I follow. Segment 2, contemplation. Every decision I make, weighed in silence. Life's battles carried without spectacle. I sit, observing, absorbing the gentle chaos. The quiet man who measures each step deliberately. Segment 3, observation. The bartender wipes a glass, smiles faintly. Strangers laugh, smoke curls from a cigarette. I see everything remain unseen, a shadow in the dim light. Presence felt but silent. Segment 4, self-reflection. Candlelight flickers across my lined hands. Each line a story, each breath a choice. I move through the night with calm intensity. Decisions like stones, laid carefully, unannounced. Segment 5,
fades, I rise, coat over arm. Step outside, leaving streets untouched by my presence. A gentleman carried by deliberate motion, silence trailing him like a shadow.
Dim candlelight flickers in the empty jazz bar. I sit alone, the smoke circling like a scar. A gentleman whispers to the shadows of my mind. Every secret, every dream, carefully confined. Whiskey glass in hand, reflecting neon stains. Every sip reminds me of losses and gains. Silent footsteps echo, stories in the air. Every glance, every word measured with care. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, smooth and profound, quiet power in every move, elegance unbound, through candlelight confessions, ambition softly sings. Every note a memory, every shadow clings. Piano hums low, a saxophone sighs. The city's heartbeat mirrors my quiet tries. I've seen loyalty tested, I've seen betrayal play, yet the gentleman in shadows always finds his way. Smoke curls around my thoughts like fragile lace. Every memory, every choice leaves a trace. The night stretches long, secrets wrapped in silk. A gangster in quiet, power smooth as milk. shadow clings. The night drifts slowly, leaving whispers behind. A gentleman moves on, leaving silence refined. Every shadow remembers, every street obeys. Through candlelight confessions, the gangster stays. Moonlight spills over the quiet streets. I move unseen, in rhythm with heartbeats. A gentleman of the night, rules written in my eyes. Every step calculated, every move a prize. Cigarette smoke drifts, piano softly sighs. The city whispers secrets, the world tells lies. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, refine and slide. Silent power, hidden strength, ambition in my I find. Alleyways remember the steps I've made. Every glance, every whisper, a careful trade. I've seen the rise and fall of man in the night, yet the silent gentleman always wins the fight. Saxophone hums low, drums keep steady pace. Every street I wander leaves a quiet trace. The code of darkness, the rules of the night. Every move I make is perfectly right. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, refined and sly. Silent power, hidden strength, ambition in my elegance I find. Yet the gentleman in shadows continues without fears. Every street, every alley obeys my design. In the nocturnal cold, the gangster shines.
city fears to tread. Footsteps quiet, every word unsaid. The night hums low, thick with sound. I glide like a ghost, nowhere bound. I watch the lives that flash and fade. I make my moves in the quiet shade. The world is loud, but I'm still a man with purpose. I'm Will, the silent gentleman, walking alone through empty streets. I'll make my home. No eyes to follow, no voice to hear. I move through darkness, calm and clear. Guitar wails softly, bass holds me near. Drums tick gently, I feel them clear. Every choice deliberate, every step true. A life in shadow, yet full view. No one notices the power I hold, the quiet strength, calm and bold. I am the man who walks the night, a shadow moving out of sight. The silent gentleman, walking alone through empty streets. I make my own. No eyes to follow, no voice to hear. I move through darkness, calm and clear. Disappear, a quiet force, no one near.
Every alley hums with stories untold. I walk through darkness, silent and bold. The city breathes, but I remain a man who moves without a claim. Neon flickers reflecting my face. I take each step with measured pace. The world roars, but I am still a shadow with iron will. The night knows my name, though none do. I move through silence, a path true. Every heartbeat guides me along. I am the quiet, the unseen song. Bass vibrates like a pulse in my chest. Guitar moans softly, letting me rest. Drums whisper like secrets untold. I move with precision, quiet and bold. No one notices, no one sees the life I carve in the midnight breeze. I am the calm, the the shadow, the hand, a gentleman walking across the land. The night knows my name, though none do. I move through silence, a path true. Every heartbeat guides me along. I am the quiet, the unseen song.
Dawn comes, I am gone. A silent journey, moving on.
Smoke drifts slowly, curling through the muted light. Guitar hums in harmony with my quiet mind. Bass flows beneath, anchor in the evening. Drums brush soft, a heartbeat only I feel. I think a choice is made, unspoken victories, struggles handled without announcement or applause. The world rushes past, unaware of my pace. I move with discretion, purpose and calm. Candlelight reflects in my glass, a private stage, yeah. Every flicker a mirror of thought and intent. I breathe, I observe, I measure the night. A gentleman holding composure in every gesture. No one sees the rhythm of my internal world, yet every subtle motion resonates with purpose. The music and shadows guide my careful steps. Each note and breath deliberate, intense, quiet. Patron leaves, I rise, step outside in the streets that know nothing of me. A presence felt but unseen, moving in silence. A man whose life is measured yet free.
smoke drifts away, catching candle flame. Guitar bells, warm and analog. Bass holds a soft foundation beneath. Drums brush lightly, a whisper in the night. And tell me, oh my Lord, I measure every decision, every glance, holding curse and roll, battles unspoken. Life moves fast beyond this quiet space, but here I'm deliberate, calm, composed. Observation of others, patrons laugh, chatter flows through air. I notice gestures, pauses, hidden truths. The night folds around me like a cloak. I sit fully present, yet unseen. Seven function. Every fall considered, every breath intentional. Our managed struggle without display. Candlelight mirrors the steadiness within. I am a quiet force, composed and aware. Segment 5, resolution. When the night ends, I rise, cold draped over on. Step in the streets unaware of my existence. The javelin vanishing into silence, intensely in calm. Held together, unmeasured motion.
The city breathes quietly beneath my feet. Neon spills across wet streets like liquid heat. I move like a shadow, deliberate and precise, a gentleman of the night, silent as ice.
Whiskey warms my hands, smoke curls and twirls. Every glance I give could change 1,000 worlds. The alleys whisper my name, yet no one sees. Power lives in silence, elegance in degrees. Every move is calculated, every word restrained. I've danced with danger, yet never been chained. The night hums my secrets, the moon watches close. Through the whispers of power, I silently impose. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, fierce and refined. Silent authority, elegance intertwined. Through kingpin nights, the shadows know my reign. A gentleman in darkness, pleasure mixed with pain. Cigarette smoke drifts as footsteps fade behind. Every street remembers the deals I've designed. Loyalty tested, betrayal is learned. Yet in the quiet of night, respect is earned. Piano hums low, saxophone cries deep. The rhythm of the city is mine to keep. I've walked through fire, I've ruled unseen. A gangster in silence, calm yet keen. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, fierce and refined. Silent authority, elegance intertwined. Through kingpin nights, the shadows know my reign. A gentleman in darkness, pleasure mixed with pain. The neon fades slowly, fog creeps in tide. Yet the kingpin of night steps lightly into the light. Every street, every shadow bends to my way. Through kingpin nights, the gentleman will stay.
The night poses under neon light. I move through it, silent tide. Every step a story, every glance a clue. I navigate life the way shadows do. I watch, I wait, I never rush. The city moves loud, but I hush. Electric guitar hums, bass flows deep. Drums whisper secrets I vow to keep. Night's own rhythm guides my way through
strength that grows and grows. Every corner holds a tale untold. I move with purpose, deliberate, bold. The world roars, but I am still a man in control, iron will. No need for words, no need for fame. I carve my path in shadowed flame. The night is mine, the streets my stage, a quiet power, calm and sage. Night's own rhythm guides my way. Through smoky streets I quietly sway. No one sees me, no one knows the quiet strength that grows and grows. The sun will rise, but I remain a shadow walking, calm and sane.